Top 5 High-Income Skills to Earn Money Online in 2023. Spend time on high-return activities. Stop doing activities that don't pay. Learning a new talent can transform your life. Over many years, improving your life by 1% every day has a huge impact. Try to learn something new every day that's not too old. Not too old to do something. Before we begin, believe in yourself and that you can alter your life in 2023. You must believe you can achieve this. Ignore the haters. You should ignore anyone who tells you you can't at school or elsewhere. Get your head right and believe in yourself. You can, I promise. You can do it if I can. Over the years, many individuals have told me, David, you're an idiot. David, you can't. David, I'm boxing you. This describes you. I can't be this person. You're too old for YouTube. Lack of intelligence prevents you from teaching. Your accent is wrong. You lack proper schooling, etc. Just ignore the haters. Ignore them and live your life. What will you do in 2023 to transform your life as described in this video? I've said it many times and done it many times in my life. Riding is crucial. Take advantage of hot trends and ride them. I want to talk about 5 areas you should look at in 2023 and the abilities you need to ride those waves. You can change your future, but not your past. That's what I love about it. You don't need a fancy degree. You don't need expensive contacts. You don't need an old boys club to succeed in technology. Because technology changes constantly, you can change your life in a few years if you work hard. However, starting today is fantastic news for beginners like you. You may become an expert in a niche in 2 years. Blockchain wasn't around a few years ago. Machine learning, or AI, has changed the world in recent years. That wasn't essential 10 or 20 years ago, but it will be in the coming years. Run with the waves and alter your life. I'll keep talking about mentality and offer some suggestions from my experience. However, you can ignore that. Jump to the video using the timestamps below. It's vital to remember that Rome wasn't created overnight. Starting off can be stressful because there's so much to learn. But now, you don't have to learn everything like that. Firstly, impossible. Second, there's too much to understand quickly. The more you learn. Because everything is interconnected, you'll find it easy to learn new skills and technology. As an example, my networking skills are strong. My background in networking, programming, etc. makes it easy for me to switch fields. New technologies are easy to learn. But remember that life is a journey, and your path may alter. Today you may do something different, but tomorrow you may do something else. You can always reinvent yourself. You may be an expert in one field tomorrow or in a few years, but technology evolves and you must adapt. People who say you must stay where you are aren't in tech long enough. They stagnated because stagnation is bad. You must constantly reinvent yourself. You must be constantly learning and changing. I wouldn't have believed you 5 years ago if you told me I'd have 1 million YouTube subscribers. You must keep learning and developing. To help, let's discuss principles. I believe in the circle of control first. You may not control governments. Or what some individuals worldwide are doing. The news is sad, so I don't watch it. You can't change what's happening abroad. Focusing on what I can control. My time is under control. If you work a particular number of hours, your boss may regulate that, but you may have some freedom to use your time. How are you spending your time after work? How are you spending your weekends? Try your hardest. There's no magic medicine. Gyms drive me insane. You read daily for an hour. Gone to work out. I worked on construction 24 hours a day for 5 hours. Plan your day. Work hard. This is my example, not yours. I don't watch TV since it's time-consuming. I prefer alternative uses of my time. You must decide and prioritize your priorities. However, you can manage your time. You pick where to spend your time. Instead of doing things that don't pay, do things that will in the long run. I learned about networking years ago, and it has helped me for 20 years. My 20-year-old lessons are still useful because I expand on them. Spend your time learning something useful for the future. 80/20, or the Pareto principle, is another key idea. 20% of causes cause 80% of effects. In business, 20% of consumers generate 80% of revenue. Focusing on the 20% will yield a far higher return than focusing on less important topics. Watching TV, for instance, can relax you. But what's the profit? What's the long-term return on that versus reading a book that changes your perspective or seeing a video that teaches you something you can use forever? You could study investing. Learn something about technology, and you could get returns throughout your life. Spend time on high-return activities. Stop doing activities that don't pay. Learning a new talent can transform your life. Learning a computer language like Python can be useful for years. After learning to code, you may use Python. Or for many years, or you may move on to another programming language, but once you've crossed that hurdle, learning a programming language like Linux can give you a huge return over your lifetime. Spend time on things that give you a big return. Stop doing activities that don't pay. I regularly recommend Atomic Habits. James Clear's book discusses the 1% principle, or rule, which states that improving your life by 1% every day has a huge impact over time. Do some learning every day. It's fantastic to learn something new every day. How it massively expands your knowledge and opportunities. Years of learning have given me many skills. Technical skills, including networking and programming. Some are business abilities, others are YouTube uses. My social media talents I keep learning. I keep developing myself in numerous areas, and my knowledge grows exponentially and can influence things. Another fantastic book is Deep Work, which can be challenging for some people, but you need to put distractions away, get rid of your phone, turn off notifications, and set time for deep work every day. That is hard study. A creator describes myself. I create content. I don't develop content by checking emails or phone notifications. I often disable notifications and block myself. I need to turn off notifications to focus on creating content. Can you imagine trying to make a YouTube video like this with continual notifications? How can you learn something difficult if you can't create content? Turn off notifications and communications. Turn off notifications and learn. You must labor deeply. I recommend the 4-Hour Work Week book. Some don't like the title, yet the book has good ideals. Consider the 80/20 rule, the circle of control, the 1%, deep work, and outstanding literature that can change things in your life. However, in 2023, you must change your habits. As the adage goes, repeating the same thing and expecting a different outcome is insane. If you're not receiving results, change something today, tomorrow, or this year. I'm doing it slightly differently this year. Those without these talents should master 5 essential skills by 2023. And always leave comments if you disagree with me. Before discussing the top 5 skills, I'll discuss 5 paths. Skills for these paths overlap a lot. Data science, machine learning, or AI are hot right now, so I would start there if I started today. ChatGPT has recently gained popularity as an AI. I recommend data science, machine learning, and AI if you want to revolutionize your life and ride the next wave. It doesn't matter what else you like. Perhaps cybersecurity interests you. That's been a hot niche in recent years. AI puts you in a different league. Understanding machine learning and data science can alter your life. You should prioritize that in 2023. I plan to make many videos on this topic this year. It will alter. GPT software is just one illustration of what's possible in numerous sectors. In my previous video, I put AI to the test in cybersecurity, programming, and networking, and it was amazing. If you're interested, watch the video below. If that's not your thing, look into development or programming. There's always a need for developers. I consider that most people carry iPhones or Android phones. These gadgets run software, so users use them for apps rather than calls. If you want to program, I recommend app development on iOS and Android, great locations to make a solid living, but you may wish to design apps for Windows, Mac, or other platforms. Look at development. I interviewed Dr. Chuck several times. See the videos below. He offers a free developer path. He'll teach Python. He'll teach C. He'll teach SQL. He teaches you several development skills. Perhaps you can't afford a prestigious education. You do not want to study computer science. Free videos help you become a developer. Recently, cybersecurity has been trendy. A lot of security personnel are needed. The blue team has much more jobs than the red squad. Companies must be safe. Cybersecurity professionals are always needed. What a terrific spot to look. The cloud is big. We have Google and Amazon. Microsoft and Amazon are the three, but the cloud is enormous and growing as more firms move their servers to the cloud. Look at the cloud. Another prominent topic is blockchain. No, not Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. Check the blockchain for smart contracts. You don't have to pick one. Cybersecurity may interest you. So maybe hacking or helping firms safeguard the blockchain. Very good places, however, I'll add some bonuses. Look at APIs. Recently, they've become hot. Some argue that APIs are programming. APIs are vital for cybersecurity, so programmers must learn about them. Hacking APIs is a good way to learn ethical hacking. Today, APIs are widely used in networking. APIs are crucial. Networking, too. I hate to say this, but networking won't develop in the coming years. It's mature. It's a stable place to work, but it's not growing. For those who want to ride the next wave or get into the hot thing, networking is essential. It's crucial to many other trends, but it's not the best place to work. Data science, machine learning, AI, and others are hot trends. The networking sector is stable but not growing. Internet of Things, IoT. Bonuses. Are you going to become an IoT developer? Perhaps you'll hack IoT gadgets in cybersecurity. These devices are omnipresent. My lights are smart home lighting. So-called smart lighting. Smart devices rule the world. Smart products like washing machines, toasters, etc. are increasing. Again, this is a great place for hackers and coders. I recommend 5 paths. Let's discuss the 5 essential talents you require. If you're interested in machine learning, cybersecurity, or any of these fields, you need Linux. I've said it for years, learn Linux. Still saying it in 2023. If you haven't, learn Linux. The world runs Linux. If you're interested in hacking or cybersecurity, imagine Kali Linux, Parrot OS, or the tools you require. They use Linux. Linux again for machine learning and AI. Cloud runs on Linux if you're into networking equipment. I can keep repeating myself. You must learn Linux. This is a paradigm shift for many. Instead of consuming, create. Learning to code changes everything since you can make your own tools. You're not limited by tools. Something others made. Python is generally the best to start with. If you're new to coding, try Python. Look for Golang and Rust soon after. I recommend Rust for serious developers and coders. Those interested in machine learning and cybersecurity. Python is a good starting point and learning tool. It will boost your career. Soon after learning Python, try Golang and Rust. Networking is another essential ability. The world operates on the Internet. The Internet of Things implies that cybersecurity requires networking knowledge. You don't need a CCIE like me. If you're not interested in networking, you don't have to become a CCMP, but you must appreciate it. IP addresses must be understood. You must know port numbers and networking. A fundamental ability. Understanding port numbers and IP addresses is crucial to cybersecurity. The cloud foundational skill has been one of the hot training fields in the last few years. As the cloud matures, you need to learn about it. Application installation used to be on physical hardware. Putting them in virtual machines. The next topic is virtualization. Docker containers replaced it. So containers are heated. Look at virtualization. Make sure you understand virtualization. Cybersecurity professionals will want to run Kali Linux on a virtual machine. You must understand virtual machines. But you might want to go further and put that in a lighter container. Learn Docker, Kubernetes, and virtual machines. Great 2023 basic skills to acquire if you haven't. A lot of repetition from previous years, but foundational. It matters. The top, Linux. Learn Linux. Learn a programming language, even Python. Understand basic networking concepts. Understand the cloud. Be aware of virtualization. I recommend CompTIA certificates in these areas. For instance, CompTIA Linux Plus, Get Network Plus to network. Get Cloud Plus for the cloud, etc. There are many beginner certifications. CCNA is still my recommendation for network engineers. For cybersecurity, you may not be as focused. Network Plus works for that. Read books and watch YouTube. There are many free resources for learning these skills. Learning this doesn't cost much. Okay. But what about 2023? Do you intend to work? Will you study this and change your tech life? Responsibility is yours. Decide what to do. Continuing to learn, I'll keep learning. Never stop learning. To succeed in IT, you must keep learning. I'll focus on AI and development in 2023. Back to my old developing days, I want to expand on cybersecurity, especially AI. I want to use AI in cybersecurity, programming, and other fields. I'm focused this year. As always, best wishes for 2023. Go succeed in life. Thanks for watching.